Hey guys, I hope you had a nice stretch and are ready to listen to chapter 9 after you jotted down what stood out to you. I did the same and I'm so happy Moose is making friends. He has been having such a hard time and I'm hopeful that things keep looking up for him. So, chapter 9, I'm not going to have you write until the very end. So, you can listen to the whole chapter and sit back, relax, and just hear the story. Nice Little Church Boy, chapter 9, same day, Monday, January 7th, 1935. Theresa is waiting outside the door when I get back to our new place. Where have you been? We're late. Late for what? Theresa sighs long and loud, like this isn't even worth answering. You have a note from your mom. She hands it to me. It says, Dear Moose, I've gone to Beatrixel's to get a perm. Make sure you get your dad up at 6 o'clock. We're going to the Officers Club for a party at 6:30. So for those of you who don't know, if you're at a beauty salon getting a perm, it's when somebody wants curly hair permanently, but it wears off after a few months. There's a beauty parlor here, I asked Theresa. Nah, B does perms in her kitchen, but there's a barbershop for the cons in the cell house. Come on. I dump my stuff inside. What are we late for, I ask. We're going to the parade grounds to meet my brother Jimmy, Annie, and Pepper. Wait. This Jimmy guy's your brother? How come you didn't tell me you had a brother? Theresa cocks her head and looks at me cross-eyed. Because why? Because you'd play with him instead of me. He's my age? She nods. So why are you telling me now? Now I know you like me. I do not. Yes, you do, her whole face earnest. I can't help smiling at this. If we're meeting your brother, I need my glove. I race to my room to get my old glove for him, my new glove for me, and my baseball. Ha! Theresa says when I come back. Jimmy can't throw worth beans. We'll see about that, I say as we head back around 64 building, then follow the curve of the ball to an open cement area big enough to park 30 cars. There are a lot of gulls here, cranky ones too. Gulls are not happy birds. I'm going to keep that in my mind because I feel like he mentions gulls a lot. It's almost and again if it keeps happening. And the fact that they're not happy birds, I'm going to store that away. A big girl with yellow hair sits on the wood side of the sandbox, and a boy huddles over something. The boy looks like Theresa, same curly black hair, same slight build. Hi, I say. I ignore the girl Annie, I guess. She has her nose sideways to her homework, like she's sees better out of one eye than the other. Hey, Moose, I'm Jimmy, Jimmy says. He smiles quick up at me, then hunches back over an elaborate machine made of rocks, marbles, sticks, and rubber bands. What's that, I ask. It's a marble shooting machine. Want to see? Sure, I say. He fires a marble with a rubber band. It rolls under a plank and onto a miniature diving board that plunks down and hits another marble that is supposed to jump a stick, only it doesn't. Shucks, Jimmy says, his head low over his contraption again. He fiddles some more and then fires the marble again. This time it makes the jump. He grins big. Nice, you want to throw some balls? I offer him my glove. Sure. He puts the glove on and runs back, his eyes still on his marble machine. He throws the ball the complete wrong direction. I chase it down and toss it back. It hits his glove and plops out. He runs after it and throws again, this time down the side of the hill. I'll get it. I cut down the path to the terrace below where the ball is caught in the prickly thistle of a blackberry bush. When I get back up to the parade grounds, Jimmy's at work on his machine, and Theresa has my extra glove. My turn, she says. I throw the ball easy, Theresa. She wraps her arms around it like she's hugging herself. The ball falls through her arms. She chases it down, then throws with both hands from ground level, sending the ball willy-nilly skyward. I guess baseball isn't the Madaman family sport, I say under my breath. Theresa hands me back my glove. There's something else I haven't told you. Oh, really? And what's that? I edge away from her so I can play catch with myself. My mom has to keep her feet up. She's due to have my baby soon. It isn't your baby, Jimmy calls, balancing a stick on two rocks. She has to keep her feet up, otherwise the baby might slip out all of a sudden and bump his head, Theresa says. Theresa, Jimmy looks up from his project. He groans and rolls his eyes. It depends how long the American cord is. Theresa's little gnome face scrunches up like she's thinking hard about it. And how tall the mom is. Umbilical cord, and shut up about mom's privates, Theresa, Jimmy orders. I look for a second at Annie. Something about the way she's concentrating makes me think she's paying more attention to us than she works. How do you do, Annie? I say in my most charming voice. Hello, Moose. She doesn't look up. You wouldn't want to play a little ball, would you? I ask. Slowly and deliberately, she folds down a corner of her book and closes it. She snatches my extra glove and walks out clear to the basketball hoop. I run up close. I don't want to embarrass her. She's only a girl, after all. I pop her one light and easy. That's the second time they've said something about being a girl. Maybe that's something I need to pay attention to. She catches it no problem and zips me a hard fastball. Wow! I jump in the air and I wave my hands around like some kind of idiot, and then before I can stop myself, I run up to this Annie girl and give her a big hug. No slobbering, she cries. Sorry, I say, my face as hot as a furnace, but then I see a slight little smile on the corner of her mouth. So Annie, I walk up close so we can talk and throw at the same time. Does anyone else play here? No one except the Cons. They play in the rec yard. Sometimes they hit one over the prison yard wall. The way they play, it's an automatic out. But when a ball comes over to our side, we get to keep it. They're pretty popular around here. If the Cons don't want to hit him over, it must not happen that much, I say, catching Annie's brand of stinger, which has a little curve in it. Quite a throw, if you ask me. They try to hit him hard, but not hard enough to get over. Kind of tricky. How many you guys found? How many you guys find? I ask, winding up my own stinger. Annie catches it no problem. I have one, Piper has one, Jimmy has one. None of the little kids do. We're tossing the ball back and forth in a hard, fast rhythm that feels great. My arm is purring, the ball, my glove, my arm, all working together like greased motor parts. Annie is so good, I don't hold back. Where is Piper anyway? I can't keep myself from asking. Charm school. Charm school? That's a laugh. Is it remedial charm or what? Annie catches the ball and holds it. She walks up close enough to whisper, "You gotta get along with Piper, otherwise she'll make trouble for you and your dad." Can she do that? She can do anything she wants, she says, handing me back my glove, picking up her book and dusting it off. I gotta go in. You going to that party tonight, I ask? Everybody goes, Annie explains. She walks heavy, like she weighs 200 pounds. She's sturdy, but not fat, and she has the best throwing arm I've ever seen on a girl. Pete would never believe it. I look around for Theresa and Jimmy, but they're already inside. I toss the ball up in the air and catch it just as the 4 o'clock bell rings. On Alcatraz, a bell rings every hour to remind the guards to count the Cons and make sure no one's escaped. I'm about to go in when I spot Piper. Well, if it isn't our very own Babe Ruth. She's being sarcastic, but to me this is the best compliment in the world. I like to play. What's the matter with that, I say, tossing the ball in the air and catching it barehanded. She looks around the parade grounds, then starts walking back to the road like I'm not the person she's looking for. Did you see me play after school? Why am I asking this? I can feel my face heat up. She snorts, but doesn't answer. They teach you how to make those sounds in charm school. I'm half skipping to keep up with her now that's how fast she walks. They teach you how to be a nice little church boy in Santa Monica. Oh, so now I'm a church boy. Talk about playing both sides and down the middle, too. You won't help with our laundry service because you don't want to get in trouble. How do you spell Boy Scout? I just don't feel like doing it. Right, I'll bet you don't feel like doing anything against the warden's rules. How do you know? She makes a strangled little sound in her throat and pulls open the front door. Why do you need me for this laundry plan of yours anyway? Why do you care? I can't put 80 shirts in my laundry bag, now can I? Annie and Jimmy'll help, but that's not enough. How do you know I won't tell your dad? She rolls her eyes like the question is too stupid to bother answering and slams the door in my face. All right, so now you're going to do a little writing. You're going to do just quick what stood out to you in this chapter 9. You can write it just in the end or just in your notebook if you have that handy. And then this is what you're going to do. You're going to write a letter to Pete talking about your first day at school. You're going to be Moose. And so you should look back at chapter 8 and 9 and 10. No, did we just read 7, 8, 9? 7, 8, and 9. And you're going to write Pete a letter. What's going on? Dear Pete. And you're going to write what's going on, how you're feeling, and tell them about the kids that you've encountered. What would you say about Piper? What would you say about Scout and school? So write a letter about a page or two in length at the most. And I can't wait to read them. So write them in your notebook, and then you can upload them onto Canvas so I can read the letters.